Tonight, a man is dead after shooting at a funeral for a 10-year-old girl shot in D.C. A second victim is expected to survive.
And this all happened while a family was in the process of laying a 10-year-old girl to rest. Nana Sanyo-Bones is on the story tonight. She's live outside the Washington National Cemetery with the latest on the investigation. Nana.
Guys, good evening. A tragedy at a funeral. A D.C. family burying their 10-year-old daughter when shots were fired, killing who we now know is a family member. Fox 5 was actually here during the time of the shooting, covering the funeral of Ariana Davis.
This is not normal. God, I'm calling on you. We asking for justice today.
The family of Ariana Davis was paying their final respects to the 10-year-old who was shot on Mother's Day in Northeast and died days later. Fox 5 was at the church in Southeast D.C. covering the funeral, then followed the family to Washington National Cemetery in Hillcrest Heights. During the burial service, at least 2 shots were fired just after 1 o'clock. Prince George's County Police say one of those bullets hit and killed an adult male.
We believe that this was a dispute totally unrelated to what was going on with the funeral.
But a number of witnesses tell Fox 5 that this isn't true. One family member tells us that an employee with one of the funeral homes became agitated near the end of the service as the family was getting ready to lower Ariana's purple casket. And that's when the shots were fired.
I have 3 small children, and they witnessed this when we were running. I was trying to gather them and to run with them. My daughter fell, my 2-year-old fell, and people were stepping on her.
A tragic scene for a family as they tried to bury an innocent child who was killed by gun violence.
I'm not okay. All my cousin wanted was justice for her, a nice funeral and justice for her baby. And now it's like, it's getting worse. Like, nobody should have to grieve like this.
Now, that witness tells Fox 5 that the second victim who was shot is a close family friend. She's expected to be okay. She was grazed by a bullet. Now, police do have a shooter in custody, and as soon as we get details on the suspect identification and charges, we'll make sure to update the story for you here and online. Back to you guys.
Top of the morning, man. Top of the morning. You know who it is, who it should be. I'm up here at the Giant, the one that gets all the money. You see that sign over there? Amazon. About to deliver this non-inventory load. Waiting to get in the gate. But let's get into it. As you recall, yesterday, I said I was going to post this video, right? As you seen, as you witnessed. How in the hell? First of all, the baby, and she's a baby, she's 10 years old. You're still a baby, you're not even a teen yet, right? Lost her life to gun violence, okay? Innocent bystander. Like always, when people shoot, y'all don't aim for the right person. So the innocent one becomes the deceased. So she's innocent. She's 10 years old. She loses her life, right? Beautiful wake. They showed the wake. Her favorite color must have been purple. The casket was purple. Horse-drawn carriage with the casket in it. And while the family is around the casket, before it gets lowered in the ground, 2 Negroes decided to get into a scuffle and pull out a gun, and shots commence to happen, and somebody dies right there on the scene. Now make that make sense. You mourning somebody that died from gun violence. Precious little girl, right? Then at her wake, somebody dies from gun violence. Do you hear about any stories like this in Pilgrim Nation? Nah. I don't hear about stories like this even with my wife's people, the Hispanic nation. Nah. Only with us. We do the unthinkable at any given time. And some clown, right, the other day said something, because I said something about Black Lives Matter, right? He said, what that have to do with Black Lives Matter? It was the story I posted the other day, right, about the high school shooting. Motherfucker has a lot to do with it. Because how y'all going out here screaming righteous and Black Lives Matter and marching anytime a pilgrim kills us, right? But we kill each other every goddamn day in the hood. Make it make sense, man. That's why Black Lives don't matter, because it don't matter to your black ass. You heard? So I'm not screaming that no more. I'm not supporting that no more. Because if it mattered, we wouldn't do the things that we do to each other in every hood, in any inner city, in every state, from Arkansas to Memphis, Tennessee, everywhere. It's us. Like I said, when it comes to them pilgrims, they ODing on fentanyl and trank and killing themselves and using drugs. That's all you hear about them. We the only ones that'll shoot up a damn graduation, right? A high school graduation. I don't give a damn if that was the kid's op, because now the story came out that it was the son and the step pops that lost their life. Two of the kids, the one that shot him, they knew each other. I don't know if they used to rap together or what have you. So the proper thing is, if you had that much beef with old boy, you don't do it at no graduation. And then on top of that, you shoot 7 people total. Got the little girl, his little sister or something like that, the niece or something, she got ran over trying to get away from the bullets. You can't make that make sense, man. Like I said, we the worst of the worst, man. We created so much. We have so much swag. Everybody takes from us. We excel in athletics, but one thing we definitely do is we are at the bottom of the list on the race, from the Jewish to the Russians to the Irish to the regular fucking hillbillies, Spanish, everything. We at the bottom, but we the best. But we at the bottom because of what? The self-slaughtering that we do to each other every day. And you can't blame them pilgrims. Like I said, they laughing at your dumb ass. See, I'm woke. I'm way woke. Like I told you before, when I was in the streets, it was about moolah, money, dinero. Okay? It wasn't about killing someone. But if I had to defend myself, I'm going to defend myself. You feel me? But not y'all. And it still baffles me on how the hell do they be getting these high-tech guns, man? Like, seriously, I know there's ways of how they get it. Somebody probably runs them from the south up top, scratch the serial number off. Yeah, I know that. But I'm talking about these dirty, no car having, no nothing having. They be dirty in the video, but they got a gun that costs about $2 grand. And this is the agenda that these folks want to happen. I understand this shit, man. They like, hey, man, let's just keep passing out these guns. Let's just keep giving these record deals to the kids with no talent that just talk about shooting somebody in the whole song. Nothing positive. Let's just keep feeding that narrative, and they're gonna keep doing what we want them to do: kill each other. That's genius, man. Like I told you, I take my hat off to them pilgrims. They smarter than the mob, man. Every time I turn on the news, it is not them on the news. If it's them on the news, they either done had a DUI crash, killed somebody. They OD'd on fentanyl or something, or any type of break-in or stealing something. But they is not blowing each other heads off like we do every day in every single hood, in every inner city, in the whole 50 damn states. Even in the smallest town, if it's a bunch of black people, it's going down. Somebody gonna die. You can't go to a cookout. You can't go to a funeral. You can't go to a graduation. What else? Where was a unusual shooting that happened? At a concert, at the in Florida, at the what they call that, Hollywood Beach. You can't go to the beach because black people gonna shoot. We gonna levitate shit. We gonna lay something down. Like I told you, don't tell me that drill culture ain't got nothing to do with it. It got a lot to do with it. Because when we was coming up in the 90s, we had a balance. And for those that don't know, look up X-Clan, Poor Righteous Teachers, Jungle Brothers, De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest, Brand Nubians. Look these groups up and see the positivity we had. We had a balance. Queen Latifah, Moni Love. We had a crazy balance to balance out the hardcore and the negative rap. Not y'all. Every damn song I hear, y'all want to blow each other heads off with the Dracos and the Extendos and the 30 clips and the 100 rounds. That's all you hear. You know what I mean? That's all you hear. That's sad, brother. That's why I'm gonna keep on living. You heard? I'm at work, so pardon so. I gotta talk to a damn screen.
Hi, how are you?
Good morning, how are you?
Thank you, I'm doing good. Is this an empty or is it a loaded trailer?
It's loaded, but it's non-inventory.
Okay, do you have a 2D number?
Yes. 110-33062. Shit crazy, I gotta talk to the screen.
Okay.
The company.
Is it a live load?
No, it's a drop off, and I'm picking up an empty. The company.
Okay. It's for which company?
Broad Range Logistics.
Okay.
Pardon me, y'all. I am at work. Shit crazy. I'm waiting for them to tell me where to take this trailer to. Pick up the empty. But y'all get what I'm saying. We the only ones that do that to each other. I don't see no other races on the news every damn day. Just us. Just us.
So you can drop at parking spot 780, I repeat 780, and pick up at 762.
So 780, pick up at 762?
764.
All right.
Have a safe drive.
All right, thank you. Now, I'm not trying to be funny, but how come they got people that can't speak English clearly, right? But in that booth, there's American people in the booth. Anyways, man, y'all get where I'm coming from. I'm going to pray for the youth. I'm going to pray y'all get it together and get into a career, not just a job. I repeat, this is a career, not just a job. Y'all be safe out there, man. 100. I tell you, man, when you think you've seen and heard it all, wait till you see this video right here, man. This shit don't make no damn sense. So a father sees his son. I guess the son lives in the dad's house, or he's going to the dad's house. So the dad sees the outprint of a gun under his clothing. You know what I mean? Like he sees that there's something under there that shouldn't be up under there. So the father has the right, because that's his residence. This happened right here in Georgia. Told his son, I do not want that firearm in my home. The son didn't listen, right? So when the dad went to reach for the gun, the son backs him down, pulls out. So then the dad, he pulls out. Guess what the son did? Shot at his own father. So guess what the dad did? Return fire to his son. Both of them lived. It didn't say if anybody got hit, so they both missed each other. But this is caught on camera. Let me explain something to you. When I was 19, you know, got to throw dirt on Cass. I had a firearm in the home that my stepmother and my pops didn't know about. Right? Got into an issue with my son's mother's step-pops. You know what I mean? Instead of her calling the cops, because he was beating the mom up, he was drunk, she called me because the mom didn't want him to get arrested. And of course, because I'm taller and he was shorter, I stopped him from beating Deb up. But what that man went in the room and did was went in the room and pulled out 2 pistols and pointed them at my face. Drunk, hand on trigger. I'm ducking and dodging, fell down the stairs, my pride was hurt, went all the way home, loaded up that little 25 I had, went to the gas station, borrowed somebody else's car, this chick I was talking to on the side, went, parked the block away, went up to the window, called his name, shot at the window 7 times, and then shot the car off. Got away. I think they all told on me, but I was smart enough to ditch the gun before they caught me. So my pops and my stepmom's bonded me out. He was mad I had the gun in the house, and he told me I better not ever bring a gun in the house again. And guess what? Jay Cass never brought the firearm in the house again. You understand? But not this son. Peep it. Check this out.
On the family's home security camera, as you saw there. Fox 5's Doug Evans has more on the story now from Coweta County.
Deputies say the surveillance video starts with Mario Clark leaving his father's house, the father behind him pointing a weapon at his son. The father then flinches, ducks, and runs for cover after a shot is fired in his direction. Deputies say the family shootout started when the 26-year-old Mario Clark arrived at his father's house with a gun in his pocket, a gun his father did not want in his house.
So the dad saw the imprint of the gun, which is an outline of the gun, in the son's clothing, and father did not want any firearms at his residence or the son to be in possession of them, so he was trying to disarm his son.
Deputies say when Clark would not surrender the gun, the father retrieved his own weapon. Deputies say the video continues with Mario Clark running back into frame, sprinting toward his father and firing shots. They say the father returned fire in an obvious fight for his life. The father then called 911.
Our patrol deputies were able to make contact with the male outside of the residence and were able to detain him. He still had the firearm on him at that time.
Deputies say the father acted in self-defense and is not facing charges. Not so for his son. Mario Clark was booked in here to the Coweta County Jail on a charge of aggravated assault. In Coweta